Alright guys, I've been chasing a vibration, I've been chasing a noise. I finally found it. Something I've checked before and showed no indication of wear, no indication of play. But once I got it all the way out of the car and checked it, it was definitely the issue. Now I had a lot more planned in this video, but Mother Nature does not want to play nice. I don't know how well y'all can see all that. I got another storm heading this way. This is only a tropical storm. It's already been raining, if you can tell by the car being wet. So nothing more is really going to get done in this video other than what needed to get done. I have a few more things. I have stuff coming in, so just stay updated. Please like, comment, subscribe, and on with the video. Alright guys, it's a bright, hot, sunny day. I'm tucked behind my car here, trying to get a little bit of shade. But today I'm working on replacing my universal joints. Now, you can't really hear it on this, but I got a lot of play in this. It makes a clicking back and forth. And these are factory U-joints. So I went, picked up some. They're serviceable. I do plan on getting an aluminum drive shaft down the road, so I just went with the cheap ones. And I'm going to kind of walk through what you need to do here. First thing you need to do is there's a clip right here. So you take some needle nose or something, get down in here and get that clip out. Now the new ones come with new clips, so if these break, don't worry about it. So let me get them out. Now I got these clips out. They're all the way around. So next thing I'm going to have to do is support one side, and I got a socket that's big enough to go in that hole, and I'm going to take and knock it down, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Alright, I got one side knocked off, and surprisingly the needle bearings in there don't look bad. And if you look at the other side where it came off of, can't tell how well my phone's focusing, but it's not really scored up. I mean, it's got the lines, but it's nothing really embedded. So now most people don't do this in their lap. They actually have a workspace. I do not. But what I do is I just tap down on this with a hammer, and that's going to walk that past, and you can pull that cap off. Now when you hammer it down past that point, you should be able to get this cap and take it off. And I look at all the needle bearings. Oh, that's just pretty bad. So now you should be able to finagle this off of there. So let me get that off. So guys, I even had some needle bearings that was down in here that it fell. I don't know if they fell out when I took it or if they was already in there. Kind of have a feeling they was already in there. I think whoever, well, I can't say whoever did it, because believe it or not, these are still stamped. I don't know if you can see that right there in the end. Right there, that's Ford. These are factory. So, but this side's kind of stiff going this way, and it's not supposed to be that stiff. Let me get this rest of the way out, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, sorry, I just kind of lost track what I was doing and forgot to record. But the reverse process is pretty much the same as taking it apart. You want to take the caps off, you want to insert it in this, and then you want to put the caps on the ends and then tap them down and make sure that this part of the shaft is going perfectly in these needle bearings and not nicking them, or the needle bearings hadn't fell. If they fell down, you can get a flat tip screwdriver, come and kind of set them back up. Okay, make sure the screwdriver's clean. Now what you want to do is you want to get a socket that goes over that, tap it down until you can put the new clamp in. And then the other process will be the same way, but I'm not using that. So let's go back and see how it looks when it's done. And once I set that on there, one of the things I like to do, excuse the wind noise, is put the socket on there, give it a couple of taps, and you can hear that ring snap in. Now I know it's in the groove, and I don't have to worry about it coming out. Yeah, nice and loose, like the way it's supposed to be. Now, for some reason, when you get it on, see how it's loose this way, but it's tight this way. Take your hammer and you want to tap on it a little bit. Now, see that? Now it's good both ways. It just kind of breaks it in. Alright guys, so now that's done, I just wanted to give out a few quick tips. Try to get over here away from the wind, it's pretty breezy. If you want to see something pretty cool, check this out. My grill is a 302, that's right, Ford. Alright, so with the bearings, they might look good sometimes, but they can have flat spots where they don't spin. I had a weird noise that I was trying to diagnose, and for sake of sounding like an idiot, I'm gonna show y'all, or try to explain the noise. I don't know how well it's gonna turn out with the wind, but basically, going around any corner made me believe that it was like a wheel bearing or something, because I'd get a oddly enough, when I looked it up online, somebody said it could be the universal joint. Universal joints also have been known when you're just driving slow to make a creak noise or even a squeak noise. The most common is a squeak, 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 squeak. And it's just metal moving on metal. Now, I showed you these are pretty nice looking bearings, what they call the needle bearings. But there are some flat ones in here. You can put your finger in there and spin and you can tell the difference. This one right here, all of them fell out. I mean, they wouldn't even, as soon as I took the cap out, they all fell out on the ground. Just because it looks good don't mean it is good. I could actually, what made me decide to go through with this is, first of all, they're factory pieces. Second of all, I could grab it and when the drive shaft out and turn it, and I could hear, you know, just a little click back and forth. So when the drive shaft was bolted in and I grabbed it and twisted it, I couldn't really tell. So I was really second guessing it. But once I got the drive shaft out and held it in my hand and made sure, you know, everything was tight, and yeah, I could plain as day hear it, because I could put it up right up next to my ear. And surprisingly, a lot of that, like I said, I get the transfer of power, I still get, because I have a solid rear end, I still get the the moving forward process of transfer of power, but I don't get I used to get a nasty clank, you know, just it sent chills up my spine every time, because it just sounded like, I don't know, somebody with a bar runner, they're just cracking something. I don't even know how to describe it. So I'm glad you know, these lasted as long as they did. Again, original Ford, 22 years old. That tells you the quality that they used to make things back then versus now. Now universal joints average maybe 4 years. That's it. That's sad. And that's greasable ones. And believe it or not, when I was looking it up, the non-serviceable ones was the ones that was supposedly stronger and lasting longer for people. So, but to recap, you want to take the two caps off of whatever end you're doing. So if you're doing these two, you take these two caps off, you slide them in what you're working on, you put the caps in as best as you can, make sure you don't get the needle bearings caught, and then you want to hammer it down, or you know, if you're smart and you have a vise, you can crimp them down. So that would be you know, a vise and the proper tools would be the best way to do it. But you know, I'm a budget channel. I don't like waiting for people. I don't like asking people, you know, hey, can I use your lift? Can I use your tools? I just get out 100 degrees on the asphalt, laying on my back, doing what I got to do to get it done. So guys, it's a pretty dirty job. I hope this helped a little bit. I did forget to film some. My phone died at one point. My GoPro, for some reason, the sound's messed up, so I can use it, but then there's no audio, so it's kind of pointless. But the main reason I made this is I really had doubts when I grabbed my drive shaft and would try to, you know, wiggle it. There was no play in it, no play whatsoever. But when I took it out and I grabbed the joints, I could definitely tell. Now that tells me it was probably only one end, but why only do one end when you have it out? I went ahead and replaced both ends. After taxes, both of them serviceable, was $27. One tip I will tell y'all, that will bite you in the butt if you don't, or it can potentially bite you in the butt, especially if you're doing it off your back like I do and don't have a lift, is on the new ones. Let me get this turned around real quick. On the new ones, like say the grease fitting, sorry, the zerk fitting is like right here. Well, make sure down the line that your other grease fitting lines up in the same spot. You don't want to have to get underneath the car and spin the drive shaft to hit a grease fitting and then go down, spin it some more, and then get to that grease fitting. With me, you know, that would mean me jacking up the rear of my car, getting the rear tires off, chalking the front tires because my driveway is slanted, putting it in neutral, making sure it didn't roll, turning the drive shaft. So it's just a lot easier. If you line them up, you can just hit it, and be done. There's a good chance that, I mean, you can just drive forward a little and get them lined up and do it, rather than, you know, going through having to spin the drive shaft or having to pull the car forward, back it up, and get it where you need to be. So like I said, it's a dirty job, but it's well worth it. It's very easy. I'll be honest, I appreciate y'all for watching my channel, but I watch Chris Fix. I've did this before, but I wanted a refresher, make sure, hey, is there anything I'm missing? Is there something I don't know about a Mustang drive shaft? Because I've never did a Mustang drive shaft before. My Fox Buddy came with an aluminum drive shaft, and I never had to mess with it. So there are some that you have to meld out. There will be, let's see if I can get this right in here. There will be a hole, and you got to get a torch. Chris Fix's video covers all that. I mean, you know, I'll just link his video down there, because he goes into a lot more depth. Like I said, the whole point of me going through all this is to show y'all that even though y'all think it might not be the problem, it very well could be the problem. It could be something you never even thought about before. So I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the time. Looks like we're fixing to get hit with another tropical storm, so it's going to be pretty rainy. So catch y'all later. Alright guys, it wasn't until editing the video that I realized that some of the footage got a little messed up. Some of it didn't record. I don't know what the reasoning was, but regardless, I drove the car. The video that didn't upload, or that was messed up, was the drive. Basically, the U-joints did fix my issue. I don't have the clunk when I put it in drive, when I put it in reverse, any of that. I had a video of a ride along and the noise being completely gone, but I guess you just have to kind of take my word for it. But yeah, the U-joints did fix my issue. I drove it. I came back. I checked all the clips, make sure they was all still in, all seated. Everything was still good and tight. I have another thing coming. Should be here Thursday. Really cheap item, but it's something that's an eyesore in my car that I'm looking at right now. Every picture, every video, it is just an eyesore. So it's going to be something very small, but something that I think is going to make a big impact. So hopefully y'all like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. Hopefully y'all like what's coming.
Turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars, I won't turn around. I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars, I won't turn around. I won't turn around. No matter how far I go, I'll never come.